I hate mosquito, especially in summertime, because I don't like a jacket, it's too hot. But when you have the spray, it's sticky and smell. I don't like it. Who can help us from the attraction of mosquito? Hey, today we have a new material called mosquito repellent fabric. It's from a company called Evertex Fabrinology Limited. It's the following company who are going to come here and doing the presentation. They're focused on the environmental protection, and also their quality is supported by Blue Side Ocotex, quality by ISO 9001 and Higgins. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, showtime!
Evertex is a company we always aim ourselves performance textile with sustainability. Before I get into the details with the product lines, I would like to give you a 2 minutes company profile so you know where we came from.
They wear products that not only help them win races, but also outperform their previous achievements. They wear products that not only keep them comfortable in any weather conditions, but also allow them to take on challenges that no one else dares to try. They wear products that not only inspire their yoga practice, but also help them find their inner spiritual beings. We make products that not only promise the best quality, but empowers users with the same innovative spirit built into every thread. We are Evertex, a vertically integrated fabric manufacturer that focuses on product development and innovation. Our expertise can be clearly seen in each step of the manufacturing process. We respect the environment and view sustainability as the ultimate goal. Our extensive research and development ability has earned the company international recognition in performance textile, as well as being one of the most environmentally friendly manufacturers in Taiwan. For we believe that since 1988, sustainability has always been the driving force behind our passion. Utilizing a hands-on approach with clients to develop quality, award-winning products that address consumers' needs. Our experience has presented the opportunity to work with distinguished clients in the field, such as Arc'teryx, Miele, Nerona, Peak Performance, and 7 Mesh, to name a few. We strive for outstanding performance in every aspect of our profession to provide the best results for our customers. Our mission is to always exceed client expectations and explore new possibilities while being sustainable. At Evertex, where passion breeds innovation.
There's another part I would like to highlight here is Evertex is actually the first textile mill in the northern Taiwan that equipped with the solar power system. So every year we can save approximately 1,000 tons of oxygen dioxide every year. And this is simply just to show you that the sustainability is the DNA of Evertex. So today I'm very honored and pleased to be here to present you our 2 concepts in terms of the product line. The first concept I would like to share with you is mosquito repellent fabric. And the second concept I'm going to go through is the microplastic reduction issue. So for the first concept we are talking about here, we try to target with the apparel applications like farming, like workwear, and also like hiking, cycling, all these activities that you go for the outdoors. So my team actually went to the field test to do the wearing test, see how our material works and how it performs. So we went to the mountains and rice field and forests and tried to collect those mosquitoes and see how it is. And to see is to believe. So we prepared 30 seconds little video that we recorded while we do the wearing test, and you will see how it is. So our mosquito repellent fabric, it is non-chemical treated. The functionality is when we designed it, it is through the constructions. So the whole piece of the garments, actually, it can be recyclable. It's a mono-component fabric. So we don't need to worry about, we need to resolve certain part of the fibers. But people might ask me, is this mosquito repellent fabric very heavy, or is not comfortable to wear, or is it the only feature of the fabric? Definitely not. So when we have and design these materials, it is highly breathable, and it is a very cotton-ish hem feel, and you put it on, it's a very bulky hem feel. It feels much lighter than the actual weight. And most important thing is also equipped with the UV cut. It is a 40+ UV cut. So whenever you go for the outdoor, you don't need to be worried, oh, there's a mosquito bite or there is a sunburn, because it's a naturally inherent of this of our fabrics. So this is the mosquito repellent fabrics that I would like to show you today. And another concept we are talking about is the microplastic reduction fabrics. Before we go into the fabrics, the technology, I need to give you a little background why this microfiber issue is so heavily impact to everybody. There's a little presentation I would like to show you.
Every time we wash synthetic fabrics, whether they're made from recycled bottles or brand new materials, super tiny pieces of plastic, called microfibers, wash off and flow down the drain. Up to hundreds of thousands each wash. The older our clothes get, the worse the problem can become. Yikes! These fibers are so tiny, water treatment plants don't catch them all, so they wind up in rivers, lakes, and even the ocean. When they reach the ocean, they act like sponges, sucking up other pollutants around them. They're like little toxic bombs full of motor oil, pesticides, and industrial chemicals that end up in the bellies of fish and eventually in the bellies of us. It's gross.
So with all these explanations, we see how heavily it influences everybody, the pollution, the microfiber pollutions. Just try to imagine every week we go to the oceans, we take 54 plastic bags and then we throw it into the ocean. That bad it is. So to have these solutions, Evertex, we have two approaches for that. The first approach is we try to use the animal or the cellulose blends and try to have the benefits all together. With all these animal and cellulose fibers, it is biodegradable. So even though it's being washed, after a certain time, it will be resolved. So it's not harm to the earth, and it's not staying like synthetic materials. As you can see from the illustration for the Textile, at the first week, it stays there, but after 16 weeks, it stays there, and then it resolves. So it just disappeared. So this is the technology we are talking about, that we try to reduce the impact right here. And the second approach to the microfiber reduction we are talking about is we try to do the insulation double layer. So try to think about the sandwich. So it's kind of the sandwich. We have the insulations in between. So once we wash the materials, those thermal regulations or the insulations will still remain in between. It's not as easy as those conventional fleeces is very easy to be washed off. So I thank you all very much for listening for the products line that I presented to you. Whenever there's a questions, my team and myself will be very honored to answer further details to you at Evertex, where passion breeds innovations.
Thank you, Fiona. That's a very nice presentation.
Thank you
We
very
learned
much.
a lot from your presentation. And is this the legend mosquito repellent fabric clothes?
Yes, this is the one. My team did the wearing test, the feel test. It is very lightweight.
Yes,
you feel it.
yes,
It's less than 100 grams.
Wow, less
Yeah,
than 100
the whole
grams.
piece of garment.
And it feels like it's breathable, right?
It is a very breathable because we target for outdoor activities. So imagine you need to sweat a lot
Yes.
when you do all these activities. So we definitely need to have a very good wicking and
Yes.
the breathability.
Yeah, and make you feel comfortable and beautiful.
Thank you.
But with this, I have one question.
Yes, please.
We always need to wash our clothes, right?
Yes.
Will the repellent's ability and performance be influenced by washing?
Well, thank you for the very technical questions. Like I mentioned earlier
Yes.
from the presentation, our mosquito repellent fabric is not because of the chemicals, additives that we put on. It is by physical. So regardless how many times of washing that you do, the functionality still remains.
Oh, wow. So
Yes.
whenever you wear it on, you got the armor.
Exactly. Yeah, you are fully protected.
Yeah. And the second question, still from your presentation, you
Yes,
mentioned a
please.
lot of solutions to reduce the microfiber. But why don't you just go for the 100% natural fabric?
I do get that questions a lot as well. People will say, why don't you go for a natural fiber 100%? And then all the issues will be solved. There's no problems.
Yeah.
But imagine, first of all, we don't have that much sources about the natural fibers. Imagine all the sheep around the world. There's not much wool that we can take, right? So for example, just let me give you an examples like how we take this concept.
Okay.
Just try to think about for the car industry. We all wanted to have the full fossil engine go directly to the electronic. But the thing is, it cannot work directly and like how it is. It still takes time and a lot of practice and years and see if the technology is mature or not. So if it's safe or if it's okay to go. So it is, I will consider it as a transactional stage that it's like how it's being, we're going through this hybrid era. So it's like a textile industry. We still cannot replace those synthetic fibers. We still need the functionalities, the durability of those man-made fibers. So just imagine that we kind of force the natural fiber and cellulose and get married with the synthetic fabrics and have both individuals benefits all together.
Yes.
So we can, but meanwhile, when we try to maintain the functionalities, but we still try to do something to the world and try to reduce the impact to the ocean and the landfill of the microplastic issue.
Wow, that's a very nice explanation. It's very clear and makes sense. Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Thank
Then
you.
we understand, and today we learned a lot of new things, and then we get a protection. So, ladies and gentlemen, today everything you see is from
Evertex.